One of the things that makes coaching so powerful is that God is at the center of it. And if that's true, then prayer is a crucial dimension to coaching. Not only prayer in your own preparation before you come into a coaching conversation, but also prayer of intercession for the person that you're working with, that God would really be clearly revealing himself to them, that they would be gaining an insight and wisdom and have the courage to follow through, and God would pave the way so you can intercede for them. It's also a very vital part of the actual coaching conversation. I always like to pray for people at the end of our time, and then I can integrate in to the prayer the things that we've talked about and other things that they've requested prayer for in the relationship, and that's always a very wonderful time to be able to bless them. I also find that sometimes when a person that you're working with comes in a little bit frazzled because they just had some stuff happening or they're a little bit in a rush, that's often a good time to just pause and say, hey, why don't we just pray right now and ask God to settle us down and to be able to really focus in on what he has to say to us. And of course you can pray for people in the midst of it. Sometimes they'll share something that's very difficult and you say, could it be appropriate just to take a minute and pray about that? And so prayer can be very much integrated in. You don't need to make it formulistic. You just need to make it a part of what you're doing. And then you can follow up as well in prayer. One of the things that I do when I get the email communications that they've answered the prep questions, any communication I get from people that I am coaching, I use that as a prayer prompt. And so before I just quickly read it, push the delete button or push the reply button, I actually take a moment to pray for them. And that's one way that helps me to build prayer more into the process. But just keep in mind that that's really central to the overall process. God's the one at work because we're trying to help people to live into all that God has called them to be. And we're playing a small role in that process. And so therefore, making sure we're connected and making sure that the people that we're working with are connecting to God in that way will be very valuable.